So we have massive breaking news. The FBI just raided an office in Fulton County in regards to the 2020 election. Also, there's been a video resurfacing of Alex Pretti, who's been shot by federal agents. There's been a video of him assaulting federal officers. Take a look.
FBI agents are on site at a Fulton County Election Office in Georgia, where they are conducting a search. David Spunt's got more details for us on this developing story. David?
Hi, Sandra. This is a satellite office for the Fulton County Elections Office. The FBI Atlanta press office confirming this, not giving many details, saying that the FBI is executing a court-authorized law enforcement action. No other details at this time, but we do know via sources a judge signed off on this warrant, allowing these agents, as you see them, enter this building to take items from the inside. Now, we're told that this is a sealed matter before the court, meaning details are now limited. Now, agents are looking at documents, phones, computers. We are told via multiple sources this is related to the 2020 presidential election. Now, we don't know specifically what agents are taking to the FBI lab, items that may eventually become part of a federal case. You may remember President Trump was charged in Fulton County with trying to overturn the 2020 election results. That's Brad Raffensperger right there. He is the Secretary of State of Georgia. That is the Fulton County District Attorney, Fani Willis. Now, Raffensperger spoke to President Trump back in early 2021, and Trump said that he wanted to find some 11,000 votes to help win the election. Raffensperger said that he felt pressure from Trump. Willis then took Donald Trump to trial. That didn't happen. In 2023, she said that her prosecution was all buttoned up, ready to go, but it was completely derailed after it was revealed she had an intimate relationship with the top prosecutor on her team, and it could have tainted the case. Late last year, a judge dismissed the case in its entirety. It's important to point out, Sandra, that a judge typically would not just sign off on a warrant so the FBI could go on what's known as a fishing expedition. It's likely the FBI and DOJ presented some credible evidence to the judge for the judge to go ahead and give the green light.
So this is massive breaking news. We don't really have much details on this, but what we know so far is that FBI agents arrived and conducted the search. No arrests were reported, and the FBI described it as an ongoing investigation with limited details released. County officials confirmed the warrant targeted records from the 2020 election, including potentially ballots or related materials. This follows months of renewed pressure on Fulton County over the 2020 election handling. Last month, that is December 2025, the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against the county to force the turnover of the 2020 ballots and records after earlier subpoenas were resisted. Right, so as I said before, this is massive news. We don't really have much information. We're going to be following this story because we don't know if we're going to start seeing arrests soon or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to keep you guys up to date and keep you guys in the loop. In other news, we have a video resurfacing of Alex Pretti, the same guy that was shot about a week ago last week by federal agents. We have a video of him assaulting federal agents. Take a look.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband. Here, he continues to stand at the scene.
So this video is reporting that this is Alex Pretti about a week before he was shot. And this video shows him spitting at the car, at federal law enforcement, damaging the car, government property. He has a firearm. He's cursing at officers. He's being an agitator. And the media, what the media is painting, the picture that the media is painting, that he's a peaceful protester. But what we're seeing in this video is completely different. There's still an investigation ongoing in regards to what happened the day he was shot. But this video tells a different story than what legacy media is telling us. Why is he so violent? Why is he trying to essentially prevent law enforcement from doing their job? Because they were in the car. And he started kicking the car, started spitting at the car, started essentially being aggressive towards federal agents. And the media is painting the picture that he's this ICU nurse, he's this loving individual that is not about violence. And this video shatters that complete narrative. So the media, they're trying to spin this narrative and every other narrative that the left is peaceful and the right is filled with extremists. We have a video of Tiffany Cross on CNN pretty much trying to claim that Charlie Kirk's murderer, Tyler Robinson, was a right-wing extremist. Take a look.
And I accept the data. I'm not saying it's exactly 50-50 equal, but let's also not forget Charlie Kirk was murdered. The president...
Not by a left-wing extremist. That person espoused very right-wing extremists.
Look, if you look at the targets, if you look at people in office, there's...
The right attacks the right.
People on, but there's Josh Shapiro, there's Melissa Horton, now there's Ilhan Omar on this side, there's Donald Trump on this side, there's Charlie Kirk on this side.
But you're saying that, but those
I'm not saying it's exactly mathematically equal.
But it's not even analogous.
Take your data.
It's not even
that the
analogous.
rhetoric on both sides
the fact that there was an assassination attempt on the
It's not disingenuous. That is BS. And even the attacks that you're referencing, Ellie, those were right-wing people. Like, give me the example.
So this right here is what you call misinformation and propaganda. Because based on preliminary information or reports based on Charlie Kirk's killer, Tyler Robinson, it shows that he's been consumed by left-wing propaganda, the same propaganda that's being spilled by CNN. It shows that this guy, Tyler Robinson, he had a so-called girlfriend who was trans. You don't typically see that with right-wing extremists or individuals, quote-unquote right-wing extremists, right? Even his parents said over the past couple of years, he's been consumed by left-wing propaganda. He claimed that he did what he did to essentially protect his transgender girlfriend, allegedly. And this is the propaganda that you hear coming out of CNN and legacy media. They care nothing about the truth. They want to create this narrative, this false narrative, and they feed it to people. Here's this same Tiffany Cross pretty much saying the entirety of ICE is made up of Nazis and Proud Boys. Take a look.
Furthermore, there's a reason why we have not seen a resurgence of the Proud Boys. And that is because I believe a lot of them are likely made ICE officers. Again, I've said this on the show before, I've not seen any deep dive reporting into who these people are, but they certainly adopt a lot of the ideology, a lot of the tactics, a lot of the violent tactics, a lot of the wearing masks, and it sounds a lot like their founder, what they initially put out. And so because Stephen Miller backtracks, I don't really care. I wonder about all the incidents that are not caught on videotape. I wonder about all the people who are sitting in detention centers right now as we sit here, who are malnourished, who are without life-saving medication, children who have been kidnapped.
Did you just say ICE officers are militia?
Yes, have you not been paying attention?
Yeah, I think you're stretching
the
a little
Gestapo.
bit. You know, that's very.
I don't think I'm stretching anything. I think we have seen,
That's
what we have
pushing.
not seen,
You know,
what we have
this
not
is
seen are
actually
gang members committing violence. What we have seen are ICE agents
Hold on one second.
kill people.
But Tiffany, you're saying that you're just making a supposition here. There's no concrete evidence of
you got to be
actual
careful. That's way
there was
outside.
some support.
There
was some men and women
actually,
serving the
we
government.
have seen white supremacist tattoos.
Risking their lives, serving the government.
Risking their
and you're
lives,
calling
they're taking lives,
You're calling them
Kevin.
Proud Boy militia. Did you say that?
Well,
I did not call them
there has been
Proud Boy
some
militia, but I think it's disgraceful that you're sitting here. I'm actually not. But I think that there are white supremacist tattoos on their
White supremacist federal officers.
Yeah, white supremacist
Okay,
federal officers.
Like, where are you going with this? Why would you say that?
I'm going with my eyes, ears, and logic. There have been multiple ICE agents who have white supremacist
men and women
tattoos
working
on
for
their
the
necks.
federal
let me
government,
let Jim have a
risking
word.
their
Recording
lives,
and video.
carrying out a mandate, and they're white supremacists?
Yes,
Hold on,
and you're
hold
a
on.
member of a cult, so I
Hold
don't
on.
expect you to have
Whoa,
logic.
Let Jim have a word. Go ahead, Jim.
whoa.
So this is what you call a DEI hire. Someone who is on a show with no qualifications at all. Someone who cannot reason logically, with no reasoning abilities at all. All they do is just spill a whole bunch of nonsense. They say a whole bunch of things. They call people Nazis. They call them Gestapos. They call them white supremacists. They call them racists. All different types of names with no proof of that being the case. Because how did ICE essentially became this white supremacist or this essentially militia overnight? Was it not a white supremacist under Barack Obama? Was it not a white supremacist organization under Joe Biden? How did it become that overnight? And this is what's wrong with people. They get on these shows, they spill a whole bunch of nonsense, and then people like Tyler Robinson and Alex Pretti, they hear these things and thousands of other people. And they go out in these streets, they start rioting, they start creating chaos and destroying American cities. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment sections in regards to the FBI raid on the Fulton County office. Let me know what you think in regards to the newly resurfaced video regarding Alex Pretti and his violent behavior towards federal agents. And if you don't mind liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you do.